What's up, delegates? Welcome back to the sit down with the coach and the Don. It's been a little while since we've done a recording, but we're happy to be back. We're going to start making this a weekly thing, just a little fun kick around and off the wall topics that are a little different from our Believe in LA Football podcast. If you have not yet subscribed to Believe in LA Football, make sure to do that right now. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, anywhere you listen, Stitcher, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Go ahead and do that on the Believe Podcast Network. A lot of good stuff. We're having a lot of players on, and we're going to be at training camp, so that's going to be fun. But, Coach, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Just had some dinner, wrapping up the Sunday evening.
Yeah, you had some white man tacos.
We did.
So we were talking before we got on, and then, Coach made some tacos. He's a good cook, but literally it was ground beef, taco shell, and cheese. That was it.
I had some sour cream underneath my meat.
Oh, okay. Mixed in sour cream. Nice. Just to make him even more white. Nice. Well done.
Yes, sir.
So I thought it'd be fun if we do this, a weekly thing, and we'll just each switch off where we come to it. Each of us will come up with a topic on separate shows that the other one doesn't know, and then that'll be our list. So there's no prep ahead of time. It's just organic. Have some fun with it. So you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I picked the topic. It's an easy one. Don't you look nervous? Don't be nervous. It's an easy topic.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I am nervous.
Okay, it's an easy one. So, I just think it'd be kind of fun to chat about. So I'm gonna do for our first one tonight the top 5 actors. I thought about full celebrities, but I wanted to narrow it down even more. So top 5 actors you'd most want to hang out with.
Okay.
That's an easy one, right?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not bad. You don't have time to think, so you gotta. And they don't have to be in order, just 5. It'll be too hard to order them just on the cuff. But so who's okay? So top 5 actors you most would want to hang out with.
The first one that comes to mind is Tom Hanks.
Okay, why Tom Hanks? I mean, that's not a wrong answer by any means. But.
Well, he's kind of gotten this moniker of America's dad lately, but he seems like a dad that you could go have a drink with, and he's going to be chill. He's going to be cool. I think it'd be a great time to hang out with Tom Hanks. I think he'd be low key, and he's not going to want to do it all big. He's just going to be cool to sit in a booth in a bar and have a drink.
Yeah, like what? Where did that moniker come from? Because I've heard that too about him being America's dad. Just because he's Tom Hanks. He just has that that happy-go-lucky but like father figure role, or because he hasn't played like a dad anywhere.
Right. No, I think it's just because of like his advice, and he's been around long enough, and he's never really had any blemishes on his record. Knock on wood. Hopefully, he's married, same woman. I think he's just got that dad feel.
Okay. Yeah. Life is like a box of chocolates, right? It was. Never know what's going to come up.
Nice.
All right. So I'll start off with probably I'm going to steal yours, so I feel bad because I know he's probably first on your list if it had to be Matthew McConaughey. Come on. Get out of town, obviously.
I am livid that you took him from
me. I know you are. If anyone doesn't listen to our podcast, they would know that Coach is being sarcastic there. But I love me some Matthew McConaughey. So give me we'll just hang out, pop the tops off, go sit on the beach or whatever, or not. Just sit like in a city setting and like a park and just have our tops off and talk about life.
Have your tops off, like your shirts?
Yeah, it's like a Matthew McConaughey standard. Like, take your shirt off.
All right.
That's right. Every movie he's in, he has his shirt off. I want to be that cool.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw that picture on Facebook of you rocking the shirtless look, blowing out some birthday candles back in the day.
Got to do what you got to do. Poolside or not, it doesn't matter. Me and friends, when we were watching a lot of Matthew McConaughey movies, we would like literally count down or count the scenes where he'd have a shirt off, because there were so many scenes in movies, like Fool's Gold, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I mean, I could go on and on, where it's just like unnecessary shirt taking off. Like, every movie they have those scenes with like women topless, and it's like, all right, that was not necessary. They just like added in there. Well, that's Matthew McConaughey to a T, no pun intended. Like literally just unnecessarily taking his shirt off. But it's great. I love it. I want to hang out with him.
All right. Well, if we had a list of top 5 actors I don't want to hang out with, he'd be 1 through 5.
God, you are out of control. Out of control. We can at least talk like USC and Texas football, since we cover USC.
Yeah, that'd be okay. If we're talking football with him, sure. But I feel like he'd be so pro Texas, he wouldn't listen to anybody else. He would just be like, fucking, Longhorns. I can't do a good impression, but I feel like he wouldn't be unbiased. I think he would just be
Well,
complete Texas D-bag.
all right. All right. Well, all right. All right. All right. Well, let's move on.
All right.
Your next one.
All right, I got to go Leo.
Leo.
Leonardo DiCaprio, man. I think he just seems like such a cool dude. Big on the environment stuff, and I don't know. I think he'd be a fun, cool guy to hang out with.
Yeah, I like Leo. Great actor. Finally got the Oscar he probably deserved with The Revenant.
I feel like he's humble too. Like I don't, like if he's not doing a movie, you don't really hear anything about him. Like I think he's not self-centered, and he's not really in the media that much. I think he's just kind of does what he does, and one of the best in the world at what he does, but he doesn't get talked about that often.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He really is not in the media at all, other than his movies. Kind of strange, actually, for how A-list he is.
Yeah, I'm totally looking forward to that movie dropping with him and Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a perfect segue because I'll just put on my list Brad Pitt. I mean, people say I look like him anyway, so we could be doppelgangers together, walking the streets. They might not, if we're together, they might think we're twins or at least like lookalikes and whatever. But I love Brad Pitt, dude. I asked, who did I ask this? I asked, it was okay. I think it was actually a random person at like a Men's Warehouse, but I love Brad Pitt's wardrobes in movies. He has like the best suit combinations, namely in the Ocean's movies, Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13. But other movies in general, Mr. and Mrs. Smith has phenomenal just like swag when it comes to the suit collection. And so I was asking this guy like, oh, what do you think his like wardrobes cost? And he was like, oh, those suits are $15,000-$20,000 suits, easy. Just like, for a lunch, out on a lunch wearing that. But yeah, I love Brad Pitt. Great actor, good looks, good charisma, good guy. I think. I like to think so. He's from the Midwest. Isn't he from Missouri, I think?
Brad Pitt, if that's true, I've never heard of that.
I'm pretty sure he's from Missouri originally.
We may need to double check that because I feel like that was something I would know.
I would hope. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll double check it.
But I might be completely wrong, but I don't think Brad Pitt's from Missouri. I don't know.
Yeah. So here's another funny story. Not really a funny story, but in college, I had a capstone class. It was like a writing class. And we had to pick a influential person in history to write like essentially a biography on. And I chose Brad Pitt. And so I feel like I remember researching, this was 10 years ago, but I feel like I remember researching that he was from Missouri.
Well, I mean,
I can't look it up because I'm literally on my phone with you, right. And I can't disturb this call.
Yeah, we'll have to look it up and
I'll put it in the comments underneath the video if it's true.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up. I feel like
if it's
that's not true.
If it's not, I'm done. But we'll just go visit Missouri together or something.
I mean, there's a lot of famous Missourians. I mean, you got J.C. Penney, you got Walt Disney. I mean,
whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah,
J.C. Penney is a person.
Yes, James Cash Penney is a person. He started
the department store at every mall in America is based on a person.
Yeah, he started a retail outlet in Missouri, and then it just spread like wildfire. J.C. Penney his name was James Cash Penney. J.C.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Coach and the Don, always learning something. This is more of like a history channel than it is a sports channel.
Yes, sir. That's absolutely correct.
All right. Well, add Brad Pitt to that list because I'm pretty sure he's from Missouri. But anyway, well, I digress. We'll confirm later. Go ahead on to your next one.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Man, I think I might regret it, but I'm gonna go Will Ferrell.
Why would you regret that?
Because I'm
upset that you took him from me, but
the idea of it, like I'm afraid the idea of it is better than the actual act of hanging out with Will Ferrell. Like I almost feel like he'd be too funny. It's like, all right, I get it. You're a comedic actor. You're a very funny guy, but can we actually have a real conversation for a little bit? Like I feel like and I might be wrong. I just it'd be fun for a while for him to be funny and like doing his thing. But after quite a while of that, I think I would grow tired of it and then start to look for the door.
I mean, I hear you, but this isn't like an actor that you have to marry and like spend the rest of your life with. This is just like a night out. I don't think they would get old after a night out.
Depends on how long we're there. Again, and if it's if it's flowing, assalamu alaikum, whatever. But I don't know. I might be overthinking it. So I'm
Well, if you don't
overthinking
want him, I'll take him.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like I'm being way too negative. Why am I even picking him? But I'm going to stick with it. Will Ferrell, he'd be a fun time.
Okay, well, you have to convince me that you actually want him. So,
well,
it doesn't seem like you do.
I don't think I want him as bad as you want McConaughey, but
I
still think it'd be fun to hang out with Will Ferrell. It would be fun. I've seen interviews, and he seems like a chill guy.
It would 100% be fun, and he's a USC guy, so there you go.
There you go. And have you seen I don't know if you watch it at all on Netflix, but Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Jerry Seinfeld?
So I haven't watched it. I've been meaning to. Every time it pops up on my feed or whatever, I need to watch it, and I haven't yet, but I need to. But go ahead.
So the Will Ferrell episode is one of my favorites, and if he's like if that's how he is, in a real setting, then yeah, I am all for it, because he just seems like such a cool guy and such a fun hang, and the conversation was great. I mean, comedic lines were sprinkled in. He was a funny guy, and he cracked a few jokes, but it wasn't like overpowering. So if that's how he really is, then I would be all for that.
Okay, good to know. I'll have to check that episode out. So,
definitely.
All right, on to my third. I'm gonna go with a lot of good options. I'm gonna go with Jon Hamm. I like me some Jon Hamm.
You love the ham.
The ham, dude. I mean, he has 2 M's for a reason, right? Mad Men, classic. He's kind of launched into the film career. I love $1 Million Arm, great movie. Looks great in a suit. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to be upset about with Jon Hamm, so why would I not want to hang out with him and just be in that presence, that aura?
Now he's from Missouri.
Okay, there you go. All of a sudden, this is becoming like a Missouri show.
I know, it's crazy.
Jeez. All right.
Yeah, I think he's from St. Louis.
I think you're right, because he's a Blues fan. I'm pretty sure.
Well, there you go. I don't think anybody outside of St. Louis is a Blues fan.
Yeah, so. I don't. Yeah, makes sense. So him and Pam from The Office. I can't think of her actress name right now off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah. What is her name? Oh my God. John Krasinski and Jenna Fisher.
There you go, Jenna Fisher. Yeah.
Yep. So. Yeah, she's from St. Louis too. Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, Jon Hamm. Yeah. Fun hangout. Love it.
Jon Hamm. All right. So this is my fourth, right? I've gone Leo, Tom, and Will. Oh man. I'm gonna go.
You have a nice broad list. I like it. So continue.
I do. Yeah, I do. And I'm gonna. You know what? Jack Black.
Ooh, Jack Black. That's a good one.
I think Jack Black would be a blast. I mean, I think he would be funny. I think he would. If we went to a karaoke bar, he would kill it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would. He's very social. Like he would be willing to talk to anybody. I think it'd just be a fun night to go out with Jack Black and meet random people and hang out with those. I think by the end of the night we'd be with such a big group of people just because Jack Black has such an infectious personality. I think that'd be a wonderful night.
Absolutely, and a lot of these guys can be kind of situationally, but the fact that you mentioned a karaoke bar, yeah, Jack Black should be number 1 on that list. That makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like just absolutely crushing it down at the Brass Monkey in Koreatown, killing the game.
Yeah,
this is great. Jack Black. Yeah, like it. All right, so my fourth. Do I want to go old time or younger? Let's go Denzel Washington. Just a seems like a class guy, tremendous actor, very well versed and dynamic, and been in a bunch of different roles, and just seems like a cool dude to hang out with. I mean, I don't really know what he's into, but I'd like to find out.
Yeah. See, yeah. If anything else, just to get to know him better.
Yeah. Yeah, and he could be like my dad or something. We could give me some pointers and some moral compass, if you will, direction.
That's a good one. I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, and at least I know if I'm ever like abducted in Mexico, that he would go all out to find me.
I feel like that's a movie reference
that's a Man on Fire reference. I don't think you got that. Yeah, that's a Man on Fire reference.
I didn't at all. Well done, but
yeah, he's the original Liam Neeson. Everyone talks about Liam Neeson and Taken, and there's all these memes about like Taken, and if you're Taken, Liam Neeson's the guy. But like Man on Fire was out before Taken, and it was about kidnapping, and he went through all these lengths to get back this girl. And have you not seen Man on Fire?
Clearly not.
Oh my dude, Man on Fire is probably top 10 movie all time on my list.
Oh,
So good,
okay.
so good. Dakota Fanning, I believe her name is, plays the child in that.
The one
Mark,
from I Am Sam?
yeah.
Okay.
Her, and then Mark.
Wahlberg?
No. He was married to J Lo for a while. I have like
Mark?
his watch. Jeez.
Oh.
Mark Anthony. Mark
Yeah,
Anthony
there you
is
go, yeah.
like the husband in it. Like it's a great cast. Like some badass gnarly scenes, some like violent scenes. Like it's a good movie. Watch Man on Fire. You'll love it.
Okay. I mean, I love me some Denzel, and I think that would be great.
Yeah. Is there a Denzel movie that's bad in your opinion that you can think of off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head, no. I mean, John Q's great. Training Day is great.
Oh, John Q's so good.
Remember the Titans is great.
Of course. Yeah. There's one. Have you seen Out of Time?
I don't think so.
Out of Time was not great. Wasn't terrible, but it was. It's felt a little rushed, the production of it, and they were just kind of like trying to power through it. And it was one of those. It was similar to a. I'm trying to think of like the actor, but it was a action. Oh, similar to a. Gosh, what's his name? The guy that's in Crank. British dude.
I don't know.
I can't think of his name
I'm
now.
sorry.
This is
I
terrible.
can't help
I
you
love him too. He's great, but his movies are very just like almost like straight to DVD. Obviously, they go to theater, but they don't make a lot. But they're just like they're fun. They're high octane, but it's like there's not a lot of substance to them. That was kind of Out of Time.
Yeah.
Other than
Is
that, though,
that
Denzel's movies are all great.
and I might be thinking of someone else in a completely different thing, but is that the one he did with John Travolta?
No,
And the trains and all that? No? Okay. I don't even know if that's
no.
Denzel.
That's Unstoppable.
Is Denzel even in that?
Yes, but it's not John Travolta. It's Chris Pine.
Then I'm thinking of something different. The one I'm thinking of is John Travolta.
Okay, well.
Okay. Maybe Denzel may not even be in it. Someone's in it. It's like
Someone's in it?
two big
Okay.
actors, John Travolta and somebody else. But anyway, we're way off topic.
Okay. Well, hey, unless
But I love
John
it.
Travolta's on your list, then yeah, we're not off topic.
No, he's definitely not.
All right, your fifth and final. Definitely not. Okay.
Yeah, definitely not.
Pound that one. Fifth and final.
I'm gonna go Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock. Love it.
The Rock. Yeah.
Love it.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the sports entertainment industry, but so that would be a fun talk. And the movies he's done, he seems like such a chameleon. He's done the early works with the Tooth Fairy and stuff like that. That you kind of like, he had to take his lumps, and then he's done it in the action movies. I know my girlfriend is a big fan of the Skyscraper. She just watched that recently. She's a big fan of that.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to see it.
She likes it, so
okay.
I mean, she would recommend it. And then he's done stuff like Jumanji, which is like comedic and action, so he's kind of done both. And then he's done stuff with Kevin Hart, and their chemistry is really good. So I just want to. I think it'd be fun. He seems like such a cool guy and a fun guy. Not only would you're walking around with Dwayne Johnson, you don't have to worry about anybody getting up in your grill. And if they do, you're taken care of.
Yeah, so I think so.
Not only do you have that peace of mind of having, you're going to have a fun night regardless. He's also a really funny guy.
Yeah, and it seems like he's just a genuine guy too. Like real, like down to earth, wholesome. Obviously, you'd learn more if you were to hang out with him. But yeah, love The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, whatever he wants to go by. Great guy. Obviously, you would have the wrestling ties too. You would love to chat with him about too. I feel like we almost planned this out because we didn't talk ahead of time. This was not planned. But my fifth and final guy is Kevin Hart. I would love to hang out with Kevin Hart. Yeah. It's one guy in the entire world that I may be taller than, so that'd be kind of fun. I may have a couple inches on him. 2, he's funny as hell, and so we could just go back and forth cracking jokes. Not that I'm that funny, but we could feed off each other a little bit, fester.
Sure, yeah.
And 2 is just what his career. It's just fun to talk about, like how he started off like. Stand-up comedy, and now he's like taking Hollywood by storm, and he's one of like the A-listers. So
yeah,
Kevin Hart, I think, would be a blast to hang out with, and I think mainly just because I'm taller than him. That'd be the main reason.
That would definitely. I would definitely try to squeeze my way into that night. If I had to replace anybody from my list, I think I would. I think I'd replace Will Ferrell with Kevin Hart.
Okay.
But I'll stick with my list. I like it. I'll just invite myself to your night out with Kevin.
Okay. All right. I think we can find room for you. As long as we're not doing a shared Uber ride where we have to limited 2 seats so other people can get in.
Hey,
if we
with
do
you two, I think I can squeeze in.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. I don't
Okay.
think you guys are taking up too much room.
Yeah, we equal one person, one American person.
Yes.
All right, Kevin, if you're listening, me and you equal one American human being. So I think we're bound to be hanging out.
If Dwayne's coming along, we're in trouble.
Well, yeah, then we need the Uber XL or whatever.
I was gonna say we're gonna need that Uber Black with the big black SUVs.
Yeah, Cadillac. So
yeah.
Well, there you go. Top 5 actors to hang out with. Thanks for hanging out with us on the sit down, Coach. That was fun. So you're up next week. Pick your topic.
All right. I'm gonna start thinking right now.
I mean, don't think too hard. I mean, I don't want it to be
Wheels are already turning. Wheels are already turning.
All right. Well, there you go. So, all right, guys, make sure to check out the Believe in LA Football podcast. You can find it on sportsaldente.com, your recipe for LA sports. You can also find it on believe.com or wherever you listen to podcasts, iTunes, or soon to be Apple Podcasts. I think iTunes is going out, but Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, anywhere you go, just type in LA Football and you'll find it there. Believe in LA Football. So, thanks, guys. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.